Hey, what's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and welcome to another exciting episode of EmGo Build Stuff, the series where I teach you to never underestimate the power of yogurt, even with strawberries. But moving on with the Fanhome Star Wars Millennium Falcon kit, we are on stage 29. So let's take a quick look through the magazine. Let's see what we got here. The KSE A-Wing Starfighter. The A-Wing was a fast and highly maneuverable craft. It would also become the most demanding starfighter in the Alliance arsenal, although an adept pilot could turn an A-Wing into a formidable weapon as demonstrated during the Battle of Endor. Lovely ship. That guy. And it's a nice little concept art there. Things and stuff, stuff and things. Combat Techniques 1, Stage of Engagement. Although the greatest starfighter pilots are born, not merely trained, nobody lasts long in battle without a lot of practice in some basic techniques of combat that have been proven time and again. True, very true. There we go. X-wings and all that. That's actually a pretty cool little shot there. I like that. That'd be good wallpaper. But again, we got some concept art there. And we have our instructions. There you go. There you have the magazine. There we have our parts. So let's get down to it. Because ain't nothing to it but to do it. Right? Of course. Oh, okay. Get that out. Slicey slice. And here's what we have here. Got a bit of frame that we're not going to be using. We're not going to be using these screws. We are going to be using these screws. We need little black screws and this big old metal ring here. And this is all we're going to be using. So put that off to the side. And now we bring in our instrucciones. Hay que instrucciones. Oy! Alrighty, so our next parts. That's everything that was in the pack, and everything is accounted for. Wonderful. So now what we are doing here is fitting the turret ring. So let's get down to it and bring in the frame. All right, so here we have our frame, and all we're going to be doing in the stage is just affixing this ring here. So you want it with this lip here facing downward, and there is, you can see right here, there's a notch right here that's going to sit over this little tab right here on this section. So that's telling you how to orient it properly, and that should just sit right there like so. And now this is going to be affixed with a bunch of little black screws, which I have right here, and we're going to do some little black screwing. So let's get down to it. A lot of screwing here. Okay, we got a couple of them started, and now we screw. We screw yet again to a galaxy far, far away. Let's get that in Schnuggins. I probably shouldn't tighten these until I have them all in place. I should follow my own rules, my own advice, but you know what? Today is one of those days where I'm going to say, screw the rule. That's right. It's okay. I'm the one that makes the rules. I can break them if I want. Although I may pay for it later. Okay, let's give this a spin. So I have a better angle here of attack. There we go. There we go. I can get under here. Support it. There we go. Next. Get this in. Okay. Now we'll tighten these up. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? As always, hope everyone's doing well. Everybody's staying safe. What am I doing? Me, as always, just screwing with the Falcon. This is my life now. So I spin this big boy around. Or this big girl, whatever you want to. However you want to address your ships. I know it's customary to refer to, you know, vehicles and whatnot as she. You know, whatever, call it what you want. All right, get these snugged. Okay, nice. Just going around the circle here. We're going around in circles again. Okay. About to say, this is coming along nicely. And I am quite enjoying this, I will say. I feel like so far anyway, I'll add that caveat to it. So far, this has actually been, I think, the most enjoyable build I've done. I mean, all of them have been enjoyable. Don't get me wrong. All of them, I've enjoyed doing all the builds that I've done so far. But this, I don't know. This one seems a little bit more, a little bit more chill. You know, this build seems a little more chill, a little more relaxed. I don't know what it is. It's just, I feel like I'm not having to work too hard for this build. Like the build itself is not making me work too hard. Yet, anyway. Again, the caveat, yet. Yet and so far. But we'll see what the future brings. And one thing we need to be aware of also is the radial ribs need to be, they do have a little notch for them. So make sure that that is sitting in that notch. Like the radial rib has kind of like a little tail to it. And there is a notch for that to sit in. So just make sure that is where it needs to be. I think that's good. Okay. Okay. I think we're all right there. I think we're okay. I may need to readjust that one a little bit. It just seems like it's a little off kilter. I may just need to kind of bend that in place. Maybe just kind of grab it with a pair of pliers and just kind of force it over because it seems like it's not really wanting to sit where it needs to sit. But for now, it's fine. I'll adjust that on my own time. But everything else is sitting pretty well. Everything else is sitting perfectly, actually. Just this one rib right here is kind of sitting a little off kilter. That's okay. I'll get it back on kilter. That won't be hard to do. All right. So we got this screw. And then we're going to have one last screw here. All right. The final screw. The final unscrewing. But yeah, save the best for last. Right, the best screw for last. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. There we go. We got us a ring. That's loud and noisy. Anyway, that's... So there we go. We got that ring in place, and that is all there is to do in this stage. All right, so here is what we did in this stage. We added the turret ring. I did already straighten out that one little radial rib. That was a little off kilter, so that's popped in its place. That is now sitting nice and flush. Everything is good. So yeah, that is it for stage 29. So there you go. Now, as always, if you would like to sign up for your own Millennium Falcon kit, there'll be a link in the description down below for you to check out. And if you missed any stage of this build, there is a playlist in the description down below as well for you to check out at your leisure. You can watch this lovely hunk of junk take shape before your very eyes. So there you go. As always, I hope you enjoyed this exciting episode of EmGo Build Stuff. And remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek. Be proud. May the force be with you. And palm in your face.